All right, so because this is a health issue, we would want to get the thought of Barrister Mbeseha quickly on this particular report. All right, Barrister Mbeseha, you can imagine the lives of the people struggling to make ends meet, and then after struggling with bad roads, they come to meet a medical malpractice, as we choose to put it. What would be your thoughts on this particular ill report?
Well, I think it's before I go to the medical, just address and give clarification of what I know. It's what they call Prisoner Solidarity Day, which is put for what day. It's not a lock. It's not a lockdown. I think William and others will come to us. But the Solidarity Day is what you are not asked to lock down. You have to go about it as you. But the only thing you do, go open your store, go to your work. But the only thing be different is that this who those your car or your bike. Don't use the car. Solidarity with all the people who have died, who are in the hospitals. Maybe it was not well explained, but I thought if it was explained, people will not have reservations. Because even in developed countries like the United States, remind you of the soldiers who died, who this or field marshal this. There are so many people who go, they, they not a
Is
lot
there a connection?
of that. But just that is banned. As if people driving cars, if you have to go to your work bike, fine. Don't drive a car. I think that's what it is. And if you understand that, that will be. I've been surprised that some people who are not in IG, for example, say was a good idea for 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 Willie Scooter. That's what medical issue in in Cameroon in
Barrister
general,
Mbeseha, your network seems to be breaking
Ambazonia,
down.
are usually abandoned there. Why? Because senior government officials, medical care, medical treatment are
Barrister Tim, I'm sorry we have to
brought
cut you because I'm not
because
sure your
in
sound is
those
getting
hospitals
out clearly.
abroad don't operate knowledge in their head. They operate
Barrister Mbeseha, can you hear me?
abroad. Bring the best medical doctor from the best hospital in the planet. You know anything. Have the equipment to do the job. God just abandoned. Government has virtually abolished, abandoned the healthcare to private, and that's why the incident reported, which happened.
Barrister Mbeseha.
Let Commander Elvis share his thought on it.
That's okay.
Yeah, thank you, Onye, for that opportunity. It's unfortunate like we could not hear Burst Ambassador there. But I was gonna say that this particular situation with regards to the hospital has a similar etymology as those with the bad roads. The conditions are basically the same. You know, you have very poor maintenance on these facilities. You have very, employing people that are not up to task. Like for example, we have the Bansal Baptist Hospital also, where most of our technicians there have been removed and sent to other parts of the country, trying to deplete that hospital or staff its patients, who there are so many from neighboring villages. So these are practices that La Republic does in order to, insensitize the people and give them a reason to want to vote the ruling party, the CPDM, hoping that they would reinstate some of those people back. It's a very corrupt system. Corruption has crumbled these institutions. We have, for example, also very poor equipment. Bansal Baptist Hospital, given that it was a Baptist hospital, is one of the highest respected hospitals back there. We also have another hospital run by the Catholics. Those are the two major hospitals that have been able to survive our population for the longest of time. But the government has found its tentacles in there, and they have been able to hook a lot of those people that work there, put staff there that are not supposed to be there, making transfer for staff, actually going against the rules of the conventions of those particular institutions that actually instilled or installed those hospitals there in the first place. So corruption is basically the first thing that actually makes these hospitals to deplete out of the resources. Also, you have the fact that they don't have adequate facilities to continue to train these medical professionals. We had, for example, in Bansa, where you have the only bone specialist. If you have problems with your bones, maybe in Kambe, in Gokutunja, in Momo, you would have to come to the Bansal Baptist Hospital because they were the only ones that had those bone specialists. However, La Republique has actually moved some of those facilities over to their territory, trying to take away those benefits that those people in those regions had. And those are all due to those corruption practices that take place. So you could see that our people are really suffering from this mindset of a dictator wanting to get everything and stabbing the population that is behind that need those resources. Ambazonia is standing tall because we will be different in everything, just like the road conditions. We would not allow people to be over speeding. We will not allow people to be driving bad cars on our roads. We will not allow people to be driving under the influence of maybe alcohol. We will not allow bad roads in the first place to begin with. There will be no recklessness. We will not allow overloads or carelessness in the driving way. So these are some of those things that cause all these havoc on our population. And Ambazonia has, stated clean and clear that we want to cut out the shackles of La Republique because we would be a state like no other. We would be perfect and good in just every domain. And we look forward to the days when La Republique would finally leave our land. So thank you. And again, those are just my own thoughts on what the hospital is going through, which again, they're just some symptoms of what the whole nation has been going through for a very long time. So thank you again for your question.
All right, you're welcome. I love the reassuring words at the end of the day. I mean, it's good that when all of this is happening, there are reassurances of what this particular struggle and the revolution is all about. So while you're trying to reassure the people, there's just one way that all of these dreams can come true when it comes to realizing getting to Boer. And so that is by drafting. And this weekend, Ambazonians, all roads will definitely lead to Bui. So let's get into that discourse in a jiffy.